I was considering not doing this video, but it's Harvard. I gotta roll up that joint, dog. Oh man, I feel like this is Redman and Method Man's alma mater. Harvard rescinds admission to conservative Kyle Kashuv over private racist remarks he wrote at 16, despite apology and evidence of growth. This is disgusting. And this is written by Ben Shapiro, who anybody on the internet knows runs the Daily Wire. This is his site. And oh man, he's taken up this cause himself. My goodness. And has the mighty Ben Shapiro behind him. Our universities may be irrevocably broken. Nailed it. I had to stop this video because I really got tied up on that word, and I'm not even going to try it again. On Monday, Parkland survivor and outspoken conservative Kyle Kashuv announced that Harvard University had withdrawn his admission from the school over the revelation of racist, offensive, idiotic posts written on a private Google document with friends when he was 16 years old. Never mind that Kashuv apologized publicly for the comments. Never mind that his public behavior has evidenced no racism whatsoever. Forgiveness must be withheld. So, apparently, at 16 years old, this young gentleman, the one, I'm not sure which one, but it's one of the younger ones, definitely not the old Joe Biden looking guy. They said something racist and quote unquote racist and like, that's the thing. I've checked this article and I can't find what he wrote because I was kind of, here's the thing about racism. Some of our best humor is just racist. I mean, it's a part of America's DNA. You know, I mean, our differences, we poke fun at each other's differences. And that is one of the things that actually brings us closer together more than anything else, is our ability to have a good laugh at each other. Some of the best comedic comics have always done this, from, well, I mean, Dave Chappelle to even Louis C.K. and, you know, all in Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Robin Harris. Like, there's just an endless supply of fantastic comics who've built careers off of such a thing. And, you know, when you're 16, and I can't speak for being a Caucasian 16-year-old boy. I can just speak for being an American 16-year-old boy. And yeah, I mean, things that you find funny, things that you say particularly in private. This was a private document that got made public. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't mean that he's about to sit there and put on a Klan's hood and go out and just start lynching people. You know, I mean, come on. Jesus. Thread. Harvard rescinded my acceptance 3 months after being admitted to Harvard class of 2023. Harvard has decided to rescind my admission over text and comments made nearly 2 years ago, months prior to the shooting. I have some thoughts. Here's what happened. A few weeks ago, I was made aware of egregious and callous comments classmates and I made privately years ago when I was 16 years old. 2 years ago? All right. Months before the shooting. In an attempt to be extreme and as shocking as possible, I immediately apologized. Here's my apology. Well, that's the thing, Mr. Kashuv. If you were just trying to be funny, yeah, it's nothing to really apologize for. I mean, that's the thing. If you didn't mean it in a malicious... Context is king. Well, no, it's not. But context really should be king. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it should be. That's my view. Like, look, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my goodness, you got to... Like, you remember the episode of South Park where they had Randy's dad go and kiss Jesse Jackson's behind? Like, Token had to scream on stand like, he's not the emperor of black people. Like, there is no one of us that speaks for all of us. And you know what? At least from my perspective, there's a kid just being a kid. And when kids are kids, the fun words are the words you are not allowed to say. It always has been that way. It's why George Carlin is such a legend. But, you know, here we got all of this. All of this. Damn. Yo, oh my goodness. I feel bad for the guy. I do. because like you never, I'm pretty sure that he wasn't expecting his life to become such a thing for what's the name, as far as his heart, such a thing for the spotlight, right? I mean, no one probably, particularly in such a tragic way like a shooting. I mean, shoot, he's just a kid living his life. I mean, Jesus. As far as his Harvard qualifications, they weren't based on his activism. Kashuv was ranked second in his class and weighed GPA of 5.345 and unweighed of 3.9. Good on you, brother. He scored 1550 on his SATs, but Kashuv's activism has been impressive nonetheless. He has worked consistently across the aisle to bring about school safety measures to protect other high schoolers, and that his terrible comments were written before the life-changing event the mass shooting at Parkland represented. Now, Kashuv's comments were originally surfaced by fellow students who opposed him politically in an overt attempt to damage him. Kashuv did the right thing and issued an immediate apology. And honestly, that should have been the end of it. In the normal world, I agree with Ben Shapiro. In the normal world, this would have been enough. Kashuv is 18 years old, and he wrote the comments when he was 16. He didn't commit a crime. He didn't espouse his gross views publicly. His behavior since has not mimicked any of the content or attitude of the comments. I just want to know what the comments were. What did he say? Like that's what I want to know. So what? It's nowhere in here. It's nowhere in here. The actual words themselves are nowhere in here. Like, and he's probably just trying to be shocking. It's probably a joke. And somebody just sat there and got butthurt. Hell, criticized outspoken anti-gun activist David Hogg, was considered an act of extreme evil by the mainstream media and an act worthy of advertiser boycott. Not for Kashuv, his apology wasn't sufficient. Harvard determined instead, Harvard University issued a letter asking Kashuv to explain his comments or face the resenting of his attendance. Oh man, Red and Meth, you guys got to get there and let them know what's going on, man. Like, hey, take it easy. Before responding to the main email, Kashuv wrote this one to the Office of Diversity, Education, and Support. To you. Yeah. That's the thing. It's all just apology from the kid for the most part. It's a little Ben Shapiro and a lot of apology. And I feel bad for the guy. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He really didn't. He was a kid. That's it. 16 years old. Man, you know how those hormones and everything else like that is firing off? I mean, I'm sorry. Whichever one of you guys it is, I really do wish you the best of luck. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll land softly no matter what. But I think this is a bit of a railroading. And yeah, Ben Shapiro's right on this. This isn't cool. This isn't cool by any stretch of the imagination. And you may be wondering yourself, Jay, you're black. Why are you sitting here defending this guy with all of his privilege? And it's just because it's not privilege. It's just the life that he was given. It's the life any of us are given. Not a single person on this earth really asked to be here. You see what I'm saying? So you are what you are. You are born as you are, and you exist in this world. And if you catch a L, if somebody's sitting there really trying to put the screws to you, I don't think that's cool. No matter what your skin color is, no matter what's between your legs, if somebody's sitting there trying to screw you over, I think that's messed up. Right or wrong? I guess that's a good place to end it. All the internet stuff. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it. I'm not scared. Sub. If you enjoy my fantastic voice, share. Because sharing is caring. And like I said, that's the comment. What do you think? Like, no matter what advantages, disadvantages the person has, if I sit there and see that they're getting an arm put behind their back, I'm going to say, hey, what are you doing? Why are you tying the arm behind their back? Go at them one-on-one, knuckle up. You know what I mean? I like a fair fight, And in this, I believe that this wasn't fair, but you may disagree. If you do, that's what the comments are for. And until the next one. Initially, I wasn't thinking about doing this video, but it's Harvard, and remember